Hey everyone, welcome back to Red Lipstick Reality TV. I'm back, you guys, this week. How to get you started off with the weekend right, because we do have a new episode dropping this evening of course, the beloved Sister Wives. If you're new here, welcome you guys. Hit the subscribe button. Come back. We're talking everything Sister Wives here. It's a great time. I'm also reviewing The Golden Bachelor, which has also been a pleasant surprise. Hit the like button. Share with your friends or in groups that you know would love content like this. We're loving having new people join the Red Lipstick Club. Without further ado, I had to talk about this topic as we've been seeing many clips drop on the upcoming conversation that's going to happen in episode 8 between Meri, Robyn, and Kody. And we're finally, after multiple episodes of them dragging this along, going to see Meri actually announce to Kody that she will be moving her business to Utah. And basically, she wants to also reiterate to him that she's not going anywhere. She's not giving up on the marriage. This is only for business purposes. I don't know if you guys have seen these clips drop, but I know for myself, it has been incredibly frustrating to see Meri continue to bring Robyn into her relationship. And this is where I know for Meri is where she messed up from day one. And that's why I wanted to cover this topic about the first wife versus the fourth wife, the ultimate showdown between these two, because I see it coming. And if you don't see it coming, I got news for you. It's bound to happen, and it's time that it happened, because I think Meri ultimately has gotten herself in a position where she really didn't know what she signed up for. She thought she was throwing a Hail Mary by bringing Robyn into the family to not only save her own marriage, but also to be able to create a sidekick when she felt ganged up on by the mean girls, Christine and Janelle. And honestly, she got the complete opposite turnout of what I believe she thought bringing in a fourth wife would do. If you're an OG, which I know there's a lot of you, and if you're an OG, put it in the comments, because I love seeing all the OGs from the beginning of Sister Wives that have been watching this for the past 12 years. You guys have really seen Robyn almost try to manipulate and convince us to believe that she is on Meri's side. And in fact, what she has done is the complete opposite and made Meri look not only crazy, but completely incompetent. Of course, I've taken some notes because I wanted to make sure I went over a few things. And I would say one of the biggest call outs for me is when Meri first got into this marriage, she was coming from a family of polygamy, right? She grew up in polygamy. Her family had multiple wives. So she went into her marriage with Kody wanting to get into polygamy as well and live a plural marriage. Little did Meri know that she would not be able to conceive more than one child. And as we know in this religion, you're only as good as what you can produce as far as children are concerned. You're considered a breeder as a woman. And if you cannot breed, your value immediately diminishes. She was not able to give Kody his first child. Janelle did that. So she didn't bring in a wife. She would not have been able to give Kody a child for even longer a period of time. So she had to watch this man and watch her not be able to give him a child multiple times over. In fact, 14 more times, 15 more times, she had to watch this man. Well, she gave him 14 more times she had to watch this man get a child from somebody else other than her. I would say for any woman, obviously that's going to impact your self-esteem from the beginning, and it has to impact your marriage and potentially your love life, as I don't know if necessarily they were doing those things for the purposes of self-satisfaction or, personal love of sex or things like that. I think it was literally just, you're doing this to have kids. So I'm sure that impacted her relationship with Kody greatly, because he even knew she wasn't going to have any more kids. So now enters Robyn. And I think because Meri is in a position where, number one, she's not the favorite. She kind of feels like the odd man out. She wants a buddy and a partner in this. And she knows, hey, I know Kody's getting kind of tired of all of us. If I bring in somebody new and shiny, and I help him to get to this celestial kingdom, I'm gonna benefit from that. I'm gonna get something from him for that. Little did she know, honestly, it would just separate him even more from her than what he already was. And that's the sad part about it, is she thought she was going to get a benefit. And then now we're recognizing that it just made him stray further away from Meri. Then we fast forward to Meri getting a legal divorce from Kody. And that's the one thing that Meri held over everyone's head. Because I think when Robyn came in, she was under the suspicion, or not even the suspicion, but I think this is why she says she feels tricked. Because I think what Kody was demonstrating to her was that Meri had his favor, that she was almost his favorite wife. So if she came in under Meri, automatically she would have favor through Meri. And we all know Meri was actually not his favorite wife. So the one that she was ganging up with and being pals with wasn't even the one that he was the closest to. It, in fact, was Christine, the one that didn't really care for her. So Robyn already came in at a deficit because she was partnered up with the person that nobody really liked. Now we move forward to these children that Meri gave up her marriage for so that Kody could adopt these kids. Now, some of us have said that it was all a plot for her to become the first wife. And I think that has part of it to do, because I've thought that for a long time. But sometimes I also think, and let me know if you thought about this as well. I think because her ex-husband, I think his name is David, pretty sure it's David. I think her ex-husband no longer wanted the kids on the show. And he was going to try to flex his custody muscle to remove these kids from the show. Well, we all know that Kody, number one, was spending a bulk of his time at Robyn's house. And we also know that the show provided the bulk of the income for the family. There's no way they could not have the show. And if Robyn's kids weren't able to be featured on the show, I'm pretty sure she went to Kody and said, it's either you adopt these kids or we're not gonna be able to have a show because I cannot film with my kids. And I think they manipulated Meri into saying how this is going to financially impact the family, and Meri, trying to be a team player for the family like Janelle, gives up her legal marriage to Robyn in this fake attempt to discredit the original father only because they wanted to be able to film with the kids. Now we're fast forwarding further, and we have seen multiple seasons of Robyn stringing Meri along after the catfish incident. Mind you, he had already stopped sleeping with her for years prior to that and had continued not sleeping with Meri and having really no relationship with her. She helped to string Meri along with the false hope that maybe, just maybe, Kody would take her back. We all knew this man was not going to take her back because once he caught her with the catfish, it was such a bruise to his ego that there was no way this man was going to get back and into any kind of full fellowship with Meri. And we all knew it. But Robyn knows, just like everybody knows, that one of the most dangerous things is hope. But also, without hope, one would completely give up. So she had to create a false sense of hope for Meri to stay in this family. And that, to me, is the worst thing a person can do, is to create a false sense of hope, knowing full well that you will never reach your goal that you have. And they have it on authority, and they know you will never be able to reach that goal. Now here we are, you guys. We're at season 18. We have watched multiple episodes where either Robyn, number one, has helped to alienate Meri. We also saw that with Meri following the COVID rules, and then Robyn still not allowing her to come over the house or be around Saul or Ariella. So we've already seen her basically find a way to not have Meri be part of their family. Now we're in season 18 where she invites over for one Christmas and then doesn't invite her over for the other one, and then lies about why she didn't invite her over. Then we have her saying, giving her the cries and making her feel like, please stick it out with me. Don't give up. You have to stay here with us, and trying to make her feel guilty for wanting to move on and be happy. And then is in the confessional telling us that she feels guilty for telling Meri to stay. Not guilty enough to actually tell Meri to go, right? But will tell us in a confessional that she feels guilty for trying to get her to stay. Meri, one of the biggest mistakes you did was open the door for Robyn to walk into your marriage and your relationship. And the fact that you need Robyn to have a discussion with Kody to be all the sign you need that this is a marriage that is not worth saving. I don't know if you guys have seen the clip. If you haven't, you can catch it on the TLC channel. It's all over Facebook. But it is a sad thing to witness. And watching Robyn's face, thinking that Kody all of a sudden is going to have a F to give about Meri is almost comical at this point. But I'm going to say one thing. I cannot watch any more episodes of Meri pretending that she doesn't know that this marriage is over. And the gloves are off at this point. It's a showdown. It's a first wife versus the fourth wife. Meri, it's time to call her out. Call her to the carpet for real and get out of this deadbeat marriage. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We're ready for episode 8. We'll see how it goes. If you haven't liked the video, like the video, you guys. Share it. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for following. I'll see you next time. Bye.